Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the news at 6 on Rajya Sabha television with me, Frank Pereira. Here are the headlines. Opposition parties meet Chief Election Commissioner, demand that Union Budget 2017-18 be presented after March 8th when polling ends for 5 states. In Uttar Pradesh, warring factions of Mulayam Singh Yadav and Akhilesh Yadav hold meetings. Election Commission asks both Samajwadi Party groups to show why they deserve the party symbol by Monday. After the Agni 4 and 5 missile tests, China claims India has broken UN limits on nuclear arms and long-range missiles, demands same privilege for Pakistan. And the 350th birth anniversary of Guru Gobind Singh celebrated across the country. In Patna, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Nitish Kumar shared the stage to appeal for high moral values and social harmony. Well, with the union budget being presented just before the polling dates for 5 states, a united opposition met with Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi to urge the election body to ask the government to postpone the budget until elections are over. The opposition claims that the BJP wants to use the budget to influence the people, which is against the code of conduct.
When campaigning for elections in 5 states reaches a crescendo, the NDA government at the centre will present the union budget. On Thursday, 8 opposition parties, including the Congress and the TMC, met the Election Commission seeking its intervention in the issue. The opposition wants the budget to be postponed till after polling.
अगर सत्ताधारी पार्टी चाहे वो राज्य सरकार की हो या नेशनल लेवल की हो, अगर वो बजट में कई कंसेशन देंगे तो उससे रूलिंग पार्टी को लाभ होता है और जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के खिलाफ है, इलेक्शन के खिलाफ है और लोकतंत्र के खिलाफ है.
Or the budget may have some populist schemes which will have an impact among the voters. So in order to ensure a fair and free election, we requested the intervention of the Election Commission.
The opposition was joined by BJP ally Shiv Sena in demanding that the budget presentation be postponed.
जो घोषणाएं होती है बजट में वो हमेशा पॉलिटिकल घोषणा होती है. उसको तो सब लोग विरोध करेंगे और फिर एक बार सदन नहीं चलेगा, हंगामा होगा. तो सरकार को इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए.
The Election Commission assured the parties of action in the matter. This type of situation has arisen once before in 2012 when the then UPA government had postponed the presentation of the budget from 28th Feb to March 12th. However, the present government argues that the budget dates were announced much before the poll dates.
चुनाव आयोग की तिथियों के घोषित होने से पहले जो सीसीपीए है राजनाथ जी की अध्यक्षता में उसने निर्णय बजट सेशन की तिथियों के बारे में कर दिया था. इसलिए जो है हमें लगता है कि जो लोग इस तरह का विरोध कर रहे हैं उनके पास मुद्दे नहीं हैं.
The government had advanced the budget date with the aim of implementing the budget recommendations from April 1st itself. The first part of the budget session of Parliament is from January 31st till February 9th. Polling in 5 states is to be held between 4th February and 8th March. Pranav Goswami's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, Uttar Pradesh's ruling Samajwadi Party inched closer towards a formal split on Thursday. A day after the announcement of elections from February 4th, a large group of MLAs gathered at Akhilesh Yadav's residence in Lucknow. Around 200 MLAs have expressed support in favour of Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav.
On a day when senior leaders of the Samajwadi Party once again tried in vain to work out a compromise, several MLAs met at Akhilesh's 5 Kalidas Marg residence in Lucknow. They decided to start collecting affidavits of legislators and office bearers ahead of the show of strength in the Election Commission.
मीटिंग में दिशा निर्देश, राय मशवरा और जो भी चुनाव को लेकर है रणनीति वो तय कर दी जाएगी. वो कहीं भी जा सकते हैं, वो हमारे नेता हैं. नहीं पर मतलब पार्टी में दो फाड़ होना तय है. दो फाड़ नहीं, पार्टी अखिलेश जी की अध्यक्षता में और नेताजी की संरक्षण में चलेगी.
The BJP, on the other hand, used the family tussle to criticize the Samajwadi Party for allegedly ignoring the development of the state. It also claimed that intra-party war had only strengthened the BJP's electoral prospects.
ये 5 साल में उत्तर प्रदेश में जो भारी जनधन की लूट हुई थी, उस जनधन की लूट को लेकर ये झगड़ा शुरू हुआ था और आज इस परिणाम तक पहुंच गया है। निश्चित रूप से राजनीतिक दृष्टि से देखें तो दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण स्थिति है। इनके झगड़े से उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता को निजात मिलने वाला है 11 मार्च को, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी निश्चित रूप से ये चाहती है कि ये कुशासन, भ्रष्टाचार और गुंडाराज से मुक्ति मिले, और ये अगर आपस में लड़ रहे हैं तो जनता को पता है इनकी लड़ाई किस लिए थी।
The Election Commission meanwhile asked both camps to prove their strength before January 9th. The two SP factions, one headed by Akhilesh Yadav and the other by Mulayam Singh Yadav, have been seeking control of the party for months. Ahead of the 7-phase elections in the state beginning February 11th, the tussle is nowhere close to being settled. It has only thrown the SP's contest wide open in the face of a tough challenge by the BJP, the Bahujan Samaj Party and the Congress.
The ruling Samajwadi Party doesn't know on which symbol it is going to contest the elections. Party leaders do not know who is the national president. There's no clarity whether party's name, the Samajwadi Party, will remain valid in the upcoming elections. And one mustn't forget that the election notification would be issued in next 5 days. Reporting from Lucknow with camera person Shiv Kumar, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And joining me for a chat right now is our correspondent Kriti Mishra, live from Lucknow. Well, Kriti, we saw hectic lobbying taking place within the Samajwadi Party. You know, Mulayam Singh Yadav and Shivpal Yadav meeting the Election Commission and trying to figure out what happens to the party's symbol. On the other hand, you have Akhilesh Yadav, of course, meeting several MLAs from within the party in a show of strength.
Well, Frank, there's a fresh twist in the Samajwadi Party saga. Amid reports that the party is inching towards a formal split. I just had a word with senior party leader Azam Khan. He would be trying to broker peace once again. Now, Mulayam Singh Yadav has left Delhi. He would be reaching Lucknow anytime now. Mulayam's and Azam's meet is scheduled to take place perhaps within an hour. There's some kind of compromise formula that he was talking about. He's saying that Mulayam Singh Yadav is ready to concede to several demands made by Akhilesh Yadav. So let's see whether he'll be able to iron out differences or this feud continues. Frank?
Well, within the Samajwadi Party, of course, that's what most of the people would want, some kind of reconciliation between the father and son duo, because the elections are just around the corner. But on the other hand, of course, the issue of the symbol still remains, and the Election Commission has asked the warring factions to decide on what really has to happen by Monday.
Well, that's right. Now, Mulayam Singh Yadav supporters were telling me today that they have also given an affidavit with several MLAs expressing their solidarity with Mulayam Singh Yadav. Here, there was a meeting in the morning at 5 Kalidas Marg, which is CM's residence in Lucknow. So, approximately 219 MLAs, that is over 200 MLAs, have expressed support for Akhilesh Yadav. Now, I was talking to Azam Khan and I was saying that you're talking about reconciliation, and here MLAs are submitting their affidavits. So he said that it was extremely crucial because if more than 200 MLAs do not express support for the chief minister, then there is a question on the stability of the government. So it remains to be seen whether these two warring factions can come together or the Samajwadi Party is headed for a complete split. Frank?
Indeed, of course, Azam Khan, they're trying to broker some kind of peace, but then there are several others within the party who do not want peace as such, and several of them, taking sides, either Mulayam Singh's side or taking Akhilesh Yadav's side, of course, and that we've seen all through the last couple of months or so, where the party seems to be split right through the middle.
Well, that's right, Frank, but it is not going to be easy for either of the camps to fight elections. If suppose the Election Commission freezes their symbol and gives them interim name, gives them ad hoc symbol, then it will not be easy for either of the side to go ahead for the elections, because the notification would come in just 5 days. So how possible would it be for either of the camps to go to the public with a new symbol, with a new name? People are not aware who's the party president. So there's a lot of confusion in the party cadre right now. So if these warring factions are serious about the election, if they iron out their differences, then it would be beneficial for both the camps. But, well, if they don't, then it's going to be extremely difficult for them because elections are less than a month away now. Frank?
Indeed, elections are less than a month away. It remains to be seen what really happens there within the Samajwadi Party. We'll keep a close eye on that. Thank you so much, Kriti Mishra, for joining us there with all those details. Well, the BSP took a head start over its political rivals in Uttar Pradesh today by becoming the first party to release its candidate list. The party has named 100 contestants with over one-third seats going to the Muslims. At a recent press conference, BSP chief Mayawati disclosed that the party had shortlisted names of candidates for all the 403 seats. She said the names which had been finalized in advance will not be changed. The party has given 87 tickets to Dalits, 97 to Muslims, 106 to OBCs and 113 to upper castes. Muslims account for nearly 20% of the state's electorate. Former servicemen led by Major General Satbir Singh protesting at Jantar Mantar for OROP extended their support to the Congress in the forthcoming assembly elections. The development comes as a major boost to the Congress. Here's more.
The Congress party got a shot in the arm on Thursday when ex-servicemen led by Major General retired Satbir Singh extended their support for the upcoming assembly polls in 5 states. The ex-servicemen have been protesting at Jantar Mantar for the one rank, one pension scheme for over a year now. Flanked by top Congress leaders from Punjab, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, Major General retired Satbir Singh criticized the NDA on the OROP issue.
रेवाड़ी में वायदा किया, एश्योरेंस दी कि हम अगर हमारी सरकार 2004 में आ जाती तो आज वन रैंक वन पेंशन का सवाल ही ना उठता। ये बोला था आज के प्रधान सेवक जी ने। और फिर हम हर जगह हर दरवाजे पे गए और हमारे को मना कर दिया गया।
While the Congress chief ministers of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand listed out the works done by their governments for the ex-servicemen, PCC President of Punjab, Captain Narendra Singh, said the party will include 21 demands of ex-servicemen in its manifesto for the Punjab Assembly polls.
There are 21 issues which we are putting in our manifesto for ex-servicemen. I'll just read them through. War jagirs are there, improvement of sane at rest houses, non-payment of cash incentives, honouring gallantry award winners and ex-servicemen, recognition of World War II veterans, excess levy of tax on CST, etc. Punjab. These are all related with us. They will be coming out in the manifesto.
Responding to questions on Navjot Singh Sidhu's entry into the Congress, Captain Amrinder Singh said he will contest the Amritsar East seat that is represented by his wife in the current assembly.
वो नवजोत जी आ रहे हैं, उनकी आज वाइफ का भी बयान आया अखबारों में कि he is joining us in the next couple of days and he will be fighting Amritsar East. हमने छोड़ दी थी ये सीट उस परिवार को कि उनकी वाइफ लड़ें जो सिटिंग एमएलए हैं या वो नवजोत जी लड़ें और मेरा ख्याल उन्होंने जो आज अनाउंस किया उनकी वाइफ ने जो सिटिंग एमएलए हैं कि मेरी जगह में मेरे हस्बैंड नवजोत सिद्धू जी लड़ेंगे.
On Wednesday, the Election Commission announced dates for the assembly polls, triggering hectic political activity in all 5 states. Vishal Daya's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Sikhs around the country are celebrating the 350th birth anniversary of Guru Gobind Singh today, also called Prakash Utsav. Meanwhile, top politicians and several dignitaries are in Patna, where a huge function was held at Gandhi Maidan. Leading the entourage was Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, who shared the dais and greeted everyone on the occasion. Also present at the event were Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal, Union Ministers Ram Vilas Paswan, Ravi Shankar Prasad and Harsimrat Kaur. Devotees from various parts of the country and also the US, UK, Australia, Germany and Canada are taking part in the celebrations.
ऊंच नीच का भाव, जातिवाद का जहर, उसके खिलाफ भी लड़ाई लड़के समाज को एकता के सूत्र में बांधना, सबको समानता, इसमें कोई ऊंच नीच का भेद न हो, उसके लिए जीवन पर्यंत अपनों के बीच भी वो आग्रह पूर्वक बातों को मनवाने में अपना जीवन खपाते रहेंगे।
उन्होंने जात पात, अमीरी गरीबी ਇਹ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਜੜੋਂ ਪੁੱਟਣ ਦਾ आरंभ किया।
अवसर का लाभ उठाकर हम सर्वंशदानी दशमेश पिता श्री गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी महाराज के जीवनी उपदेशों, विचारों और कृत्यों से प्रेरणा लेकर अपने समाज को और बेहतर और खुशहाल बनाएंगे।
Here's a roundup of the other national news and nationwide. The Supreme Court dismissed AIADMK MP Sasikala Pushpa's petition for a CBI inquiry into the then death of Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha. A two-judge bench said not only were they dismissing the petition, but if pressed further, they will also impose heavy fine on the petitioner. The court pointed that petitioners could approach the Madras High Court, which is also hearing the matter. In a different case, the Supreme Court refused to interfere in the purchase of 111 Air India aircraft under the UPA government. The court expressed hope that the CBI would adhere to the timeline and conclude the probe into a case by June 2017. The petition was filed by an NGO led by lawyer Prashant Bhushan. Earlier, the Delhi High Court also dismissed the petition, saying that the Public Accounts Committee is looking into the matter. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's former Principal Secretary Rajendra Kumar sought voluntary retirement. He claimed that CBI officials were pressurizing him to implicate the Chief Minister. Kumar was suspended in July last year after his arrest by the CBI in a case of alleged corruption. The CBI has refuted the allegations. On Thursday, the centre approved grant of about 1,782 crore rupees to drought-affected Karnataka and 209 crore rupees to Uttarakhand for floods in 2013. The decision was taken at a meeting of the high-level committee chaired by Home Minister Rajnath Singh. The committee examined the proposal based on the reports of the interministerial central team that visited the states. It's time for a short break now, but news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hemkund Sahib, sacred shrine of the Sikhs, widely acclaimed for being the highest in the world, located in the Himalayas at an altitude of 15,200 feet. The Gurudwara is designed with an image of an upside-down lotus flower.
How to take this IIT into the elite. More importantly, we want to go to the global rankings. If we cannot excel ourselves, why should the best in the world will come and collaborate with us? And there, I think, we are rapidly progressing. When you think of science, don't just think of what you see. Think of what is there beyond that.
Watch Eureka with Professor S.K. Das, Director, IIT Ropar on Rajya Sabha Television.
The splendid, grand and massive neo-Buddhist copper dome of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. It gets its influence from stupa at Sanchi. The dome is more than twice the height of the rest of the building. The reinforced concrete shell of the outer dome began to be formed during the beginning of 1929. The last stone of the dome was laid on April 6, 1929.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. Well, new Army Chief General Bipin Rawat visited Udhampur-based Northern Command on Thursday and reviewed the security situation and operational preparedness of the force. This was his maiden visit to Jammu and Kashmir after taking charge. He is on a 3-day visit to the state. General Rawat also flew to 16 Corps headquarters based in Nagrota and is likely to visit some forward areas in Akhnur and Rajouri sectors to interact with troops there. Earlier, General Rawat expressed concern over the rising number of Kashmiri youth turning to militancy. He said that unlike Naxalism, in which locals are joining due to feeling of deprivation, this was not the case in Kashmir. As per official figures, since the killing of Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist Burhan Wani on July 8th last year, 59 local youth have joined militant groups. Meanwhile, Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif once again provoked India, claiming that Kashmir was an integral part of Pakistan. Addressing the inaugural ceremony of a 2-day international parliamentary seminar on Kashmir, Sharif praised the spirit and determination of the Kashmiri people for their struggle for the right to self-determination. The Pakistani Prime Minister also praised slain Hizbul Mujahideen militant Burhan Wani as a vibrant and charismatic leader, saying Indian aggression against Kashmiri people in the wake of protests triggered by the killing of Wani was regrettable. Now, China has alleged that India has broken UN limits on nuclear arms and long-range missiles as it criticized New Delhi for carrying out Agni 4 and 5 missile tests whose range covers the Chinese mainland. China also demanded that Pakistan should be accorded the same privilege. The ruling Communist Party-run tabloid Global Times said it is in its editorial that the US and some Western countries have also bent the rules on its nuclear plans. New Delhi is no longer satisfied with its nuclear capability and is seeking intercontinental ballistic missiles that can target anywhere in the world, and then it can land on an equal footing with the UN Security Council's 5 permanent members. Agni 5 is a 5,000-kilometer range intercontinental ballistic missile which is widely seen as a strategic missile against China, as it can reach almost all parts of the Chinese mainland. While accusing India of violating limits imposed by the UN on nuclear and long-range missile development, China also said that if the West accepts India as a nuclear country and is indifferent to the nuclear race between India and Pakistan, China will not stand out and stick rigidly to those nuclear rules as necessary. Here's a roundup of the other international news in Global Buzz. US began investigation into the Long Island Railroad train derailment on Wednesday. Over 100 people were injured in the accident. US authorities said that the train failed to stop before striking a bumping post. The investigation is likely to conclude in a few days. The commuter train crashed into a busy New York City terminal on Wednesday morning. A bill backing key changes in the H-1B program that allows skilled workers from countries like India to fill high-tech jobs in the US has been reintroduced in the US Congress. The Protect and Grow American Jobs Act makes important changes to the eligibility requirements for H-1B visa, and this will help to crack down on the work visa abuse. A New York-based Human Rights Watch says that Myanmar's government was trying to cover up abuses against civilians in a Muslim-majority part of Rakhine state. An investigation panel set up by Myanmar government had dismissed claims of a government crackdown amounting to genocide. Indonesia said its relations with Australia remain good amid tension over suspense of military ties. Despite an earlier announcement of suspension of military cooperation between the two countries, Indonesia's security minister denied that the ties were suspended. Well, let's get you some sports news now in Sports Beat. Indian tennis star Leander Paes and doubles partner Andre Sa crashed out of the Chennai Open with a straight sets defeat against Divij Sharan and Purav Raja. Third seeded Paes and Sa went down 4-6, 4-6. Meanwhile, in a big shocker, singles top seed Marin Cilic was stunned 6-7, 7-5, 5-7 by Joseph Kowalik in the second round. Tottenham Hotspur ended Chelsea's winning streak as they defeated the Blues 2-0 to go third place in the Premier League. Chelsea were aiming for the top spot to become the first team to win 14 successive games within the same English top flight season. But Dele Alli's brace prevented the Blues from opening the gap at the top. Despite the loss, Chelsea remains 5 points clear of second place Liverpool. Spain beat Czech Republic 2-1 in the Hopman Cup in Perth. The Spanish duo Lara Arrubarrena and Feliciano Lopez beat Czech Republic's Adam Pavlesek and Lucy Radeka. Despite the win, Spain cannot advance as USA had already qualified for the final from Group B. That's it on this newscast. Have a good evening.